What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Friday Fuel. I'm your host, Johnny Nitafan, and today we have a super special guest. But as you guys are coming in, drop in the comments where you guys are coming in from. I'm here in Arizona, as you guys probably already know, but it's definitely heating up in here. That's for sure. Or here in Arizona, palm trees are nice, but it definitely is getting really hot. That's for sure. So as you guys are coming in, drop in the comments where you're coming in from. Good morning from Austin. And by the way, let StreamYard view your comments so we can know who we're talking with. We got somebody coming in from Austin. Good morning from the 530 Dirty Grass Valley. I love it. And Ryan England, always appreciate you coming on here. Good morning. Good morning, Johnny. Good morning, Brian. What's going on? Let's go. Let's go. Joe, what is up, man? What is up? So, thank you guys all for coming on here. Utah, as always, you already know, and Delaware, the 302. I love it. So, as you guys are coming in, continue dropping in where you guys are coming in from and what questions you may have. We have a lot of questions that have come in that I personally want to ask. Let's go, Ultimate Agent. Michael, thanks for coming on, man. You are the Ultimate Agent as well. Christian Garner, what's up, man? Josh Lippincott, good morning from NEPA. Love it. Hello from Nebraska. As so many people are coming in here, Mr. Joe Camper again. So we have a super special guest today. We have the Mr. 8%, Cody Askins, always taking it to another level, man. Thanks so much for coming on once again.
What is up, dude? Appreciate you having me. I'm like a regular in the syndicate, but it's been a minute, and I'm excited to be back, bro. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, of course, man. Let's hop right in here. As I know you're super busy. One thing I wanted to ask you is you take consistency to another level. One thing I've been learning a ton is like just staying consistent. And I think posting, like just continuously posting, obviously your YouTube channel's probably gotten you to where you've been because of the consistency. You've been crushing it on just different things, daily goals, that it's been really cool to just see the journey along the way and just how consistent you have been. Can you talk about that and how you've like just stayed consistent in your life?
Yeah, buddy. So it's kind of interesting to hear you say that and for me to hear it because I still feel like I've got so much to go, you know. And looking back at like 2015 as a general example, um, I would look in the mirror. I don't think I've shared this a lot, but I would look in the mirror and be unhappy with the person I was looking back at. Right now, I had some confidence in myself. I was doing okay. I was making six figures, whatever. But like I would say, it'd be Sunday night, and I'd be like, dude, I'm got to work out, man. I've got to do it, man. That success people say they work out. I'm like, got to work out. And then Monday morning would come. I'd be like, no, dude, I'm going to relax. I'm going to sleep. And I wouldn't. Right. And so now I've gotten to where like everybody's like Daniel and Jose and all these agents that are listening. Right. What's up, Brian Moore? Good to see you, brother. Um, they, they say they want to reach a new level of success, right? They say they want to reach a better version of them, more potential, more money, whatever.
Yeah.
They want to look better. They want to be sexy. They want to have hair like Johnny. I don't know. Okay. But we say we want these things, but we're not consistently doing things on a daily basis to get us closer to that future person that we want to be. And so I've got 8 things that I do every single day now that have totally, they just keep making me better and better and better. And now I'm like, man, I'm doing 8 a day. I wonder if I could do 10. I wonder if I could do 12. Like I'm kind of getting, I kind of make a game of it. Right. I mean, if you think about it, like professional athletes, like they make a game of it, you know, like Jordan used to make a game of it, right? Like he
Yeah.
would be in the finals against the Jazz, and Coach Carl would be like, he would walk past him in a steak dinner the night before, and he wouldn't speak to him, and then he would use that as fuel for the next day. Like I'm constantly looking for fuel for the next day.
I love it, man. I was going. I think it got recommended to me on my YouTube channel. I remember you going to Bradley, and it was Coach Michael Burt's event, and you're like, maybe you just gotta like keep working, stay consistent, and maybe, hey, man, brush your teeth along the way. And I was like, that's hilarious. I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was hilarious. Um, but you, yeah, exactly. The what are they? The wisps?
The Wisp, bro. Come on now.
Yes, sir. So, what has building a personal brand done for your business?
Oh, goodness. I wish I could answer that question I wish I could answer that question to the extent that it has. Like anything I say is not going to do it justice. Like it's just not.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're about to hit 100K on YouTube, like any day now, any month. If just everybody in Syndicate subscribed, we'd probably be there. Right.
Joe, drop in the comments his YouTube. Obviously, if
go.
you haven't found him, if you don't know who this is, probably we'll never know. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
But
right.
drop in the comments, Joe, so everybody go subscribe to Cody. But yeah, sorry.
No, you're good, man. Appreciate that. I mean, it's been a journey because I remember back in end of 2015 again, like I'm sitting there and I'm like thinking about doing a video and I'm taking 42 takes and I'm in a gray sweater and my chair's squeaky and I've got nothing on the walls behind me and I'm like nervous as freak and I'm talking to myself in a room, you know what I mean? Like, and it's so interesting because along the way, I've had to get comfortable with not only being uncomfortable, but putting out content. The number one reason, the number one reason why people don't put out content is they're like, what are people going to think?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. If you could just overcome that one piece, right? Thank you. Thank you, Rosemary. If you can just overcome that one piece, that one thing and start putting something out, like we've got 2,400 videos out now on YouTube. I probably put out 10,000 videos if you count all the platforms. A bajillion lives. I'm gonna start doing more lives again soon. I'm gonna come out with a weekly show again soon. Like I got a whole bunch of new stuff I'm gonna roll out. I don't know where I'm gonna find the time, but we'll find it. But like, dude, I believe here's a phrase. If here's a phrase you should write down. Okay, for those that are listening, I believe best known beats best. I'm writing a book right now called Best Known Beats Best. Right, that'll come out whenever I decide to actually finish it. Because I hate writing books. And then another phrase is, I believe you shouldn't talk to anyone until they know you are someone. Like, if I walk, here's an example. Okay. I walk into Brad Lee's Closer School Live and there's 400 people there. Half the room is solar. Like only a handful of people in the room, maybe 20 people actually, maybe know who Cody Askins is because there's like barely any insurance people there. Well, what's wild about that is, and thank you, by the way, what's wild about that is I get up there on stage and I'm like, hey, you guys don't, like most of you have no clue who I am, but you're going to know who I am by the end of this. In 45 minutes, you're going to look back and say, that dude, I'm glad I met him. He surprised the freak out of me. And he was the best speaker on this stage, including Bradley, Andy Elliott, and everybody else that's going to walk up here. And what's wild is then Derek goes in the bathroom and people are like, damn, dude, I didn't know who that good dude was, but he was the best speaker I heard all weekend, you know? But dude, I believe in like, if they don't know who you are, you need them to know who you are. And so I'm committed to constantly becoming more known. I write down that the world knows who Cody Askins is. I write that down every morning. Like I write down a bunch of stuff every morning. That's one of the things I write down. The world knows who Cody Askins is. Would the world be a better place if more people know about me? Dude, I think so. Right? Is that arrogant? I don't freaking, yeah, it probably is. But like, dude, you guys should believe that you are good enough. You have enough potential and that you are good enough of a person. You can help enough people that if they don't know who you are, then you are robbing them of being better. And that's what I believe about myself. Is that extreme? Yeah, but dude, if you have the cure for cancer and you don't tell anybody, you're a freaking jerk, right? You're the scum of the earth. Well, dude, if I've got the cure for people having financial freedom, creating generational wealth, and being somebody in their life, and I don't tell people, I'm a freaking scumbag.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What got you started into creating content? Like, I guess what was the end goal in that, or what was your goal in starting creating content?
I didn't know. I just knew that I always wanted to speak and train. Like I was listening to books by like Brian Tracy and Zig Ziglar and all these guys. And I remember listening at 18, 19, 20 years old, like, dude, I want to be them when I grow up. Now I'm like, dude, I want to be better than them, bro. I want to be bigger
Yeah.
than them, dude. Why freaking
Yeah.
not? Right? Like, why can that be true? So I'm like, you know what? I'm making six figures. I did it in 8 months, 35% commission with no leads, freaking door knocking. Like, if I can do that, and I think I can help some people. And so I'm like, why don't I just share some of that along the way? And so I would get out a phone and be like, hey, um, I'd probably stutter a lot. I'd probably add a lot of filler words. I'd probably say some ridiculous stuff. I'd probably be shaking because I'm like nervous while I'm shooting the video. And I'd be like, hey, I made 8 grand this week. I followed these steps. And guess what? If you'll follow these steps, you can make 8 grand too. I'm not special. I just work hard and I'm committed to winning. And dude, I just started it. And what's interesting is I didn't monetize it all for the first 13 months. I had no intention on selling anyone anything ever. Like now people are like, oh gosh, here Cody, here comes Cody. He's going to sell us something. That's because it's like every time I sell something to somebody, their life improves. And I get freaking testimonials like crazy of like 2 dudes in Idaho that their agency of 3x in 18 months just from knowing me, right? And working with me.
Yeah.
Dude, like I should believe in that, right? And so I've just got committed to like putting stuff out, and I've gotten better at it, and I've seen the results of it. And dude, the brand's exploded. I mean, I'm going to Puerto Rico for an event. I'm getting spotted 3 times in a weekend and in a random country, like, dude, it's fun, but it also is helpful. But one of the
Yeah.
hardest things is to stay humble during that. But I felt like compared to a lot of other people in our space, once you actually get to hang out with me and know me, like I've stayed fairly humble along the way too.
Yeah. 100%. What do you believe? What do you say is more important for somebody, one, selling life insurance or insurance in general, and then number two, in terms of building a personal brand, and maybe you want to bring somebody on your team or whatever it is, would you say it's sales is more important or is marketing more important? What would you say?
This is good because at the Closer School Live I was speaking at, all they wanted to talk about was sales. And I'm like, dude, we're all here because yes, we got good at sales first, but then we became marketers and built a brand and people know us, right? But
Yeah.
we did have to get good at sales first. So I would say, but in the insurance industry, it's interesting if you're really good at sales, but you're really bad at getting in front of people. Who flipping cares? You're not going to make it, right? So I mean, I would have answered this differently years ago, but I would say nowadays it's marketing. The good news is I can help people with marketing, right? Ryan's right, dude. Sales does not happen without marketing. It does not, right? Now, I literally a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, just bought my business partner out of our marketing company. I moved my entire CA team over to this building. I've now got 50 people between the two companies that I'm operating every single day and helping grow. I'm even like, I believe in the marketing and the branding piece so much that I've actually started testing out a new CA branded lead is on this side, where I'm actually on camera talking directly to consumers saying, before you buy life insurance, you may not have known there's actually a cheat code where if you don't die, you can get all of the money back when you pass away, right? When you don't pass away. And I'm building like content speaking to consumers now, not only build the brand and help that and showcase that, but also be like, when I'm doing leads and marketing, I prefer to be extremely transparent and use validity and credibility versus like free stuff and freaking gift cards and state regulated stuff and state flags and freaking boring caskets and all this other garbage people use when they generate leads. Like I
Yeah.
would rather target a consumer and say, before you buy life insurance, you need to know this. Well, then when an agent gets the lead and they filled out 9, 10, 11 fields, like they're not going to say, I didn't know what this was about. Because that's some of the biggest crap that agents have to deal with when it comes to marketing.
Yeah. What made you start generating your own leads in Facebook marketing? What got you started in that?
So I had heard about it and that other people in other industries were using it. And this was back in 2016. And I'm like, you know what? I need to, thanks, Brian. Good to see you, bro. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I try this out for what we do? So what's interesting? Like, here's the easiest way to get good at anything. It's one of my chapters in my book. Copy what works. Like, stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Stop trying to do all this stupid stuff everybody else does.
100%.
Find someone that has something that is good and freaking do that. Here, I'll give you 2 examples. I shouldn't share this, but dude, I'm in a private Facebook group. I'm going to share it. Okay. There are 2 people that are doing leads in the insurance space that I saw what they were doing and I said, I'm going to do that. And then what's funny is now they're like all pissed off and they're sending me emails and cease and desist, all this other crazy stuff, because I literally took one idea and copy what worked. Right now, did I change some stuff? Yeah, but like, dude, you can't copyright or trademark a flipping video script, right? Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? So it's interesting. Like, dude, I don't. Like, am I creative? Yeah, but like, I find something that works, I freaking copy it. And I do exactly that. Like YouTube, I find people that I find videos that have great titles, have done well, and I do the exact same thing. Like it's a hack. Like I mean, people think. I mean, I do believe in creating over competing.
Yeah.
So I create a lot of stuff, but when it comes to like figuring out what works and doing it, dude, I've ripped off Grant Cardone, freaking David Duford, freaking Coach Burt, Brad Lee. Like I am ethically trying to rip off as many people as possible because and some people are like, dude, that's kind of wild. Why would you like you're ripping off uplines of like lead vendors and what they're doing and what they're saying because you're freaking supposed to do that. Like you should be doing. Stop trying to come up with this. Like all the agents are like, dude, well, wonder if I could create this funnel to where they buy on their own and I never have to talk to anyone and I make millions. Well, I can tell you this. The people that have billions of dollars, if they could have figured it out, they would have freaking done it by now. Right?
Yeah,
so
true.
Copy what works.
True. What I want to touch on what you said a little bit earlier about buying out your business partner with running 2 companies. What's that transition been like, and how have you had to level up as a person to be able to handle running 2 companies now?
That's good. I've had to be way more efficient with time. So when I get on calls now, it's like, dude, I got 15 minutes, right? This is why I had 30 calendar events on my calendar yesterday, right? Everybody's like, dude, I got like 8 things to do today. Oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, I've got 30 and I think I can get to 60. Like I just do, you know?
Yeah.
Now, if I spend 30, 45 minutes with Johnny every day, maybe not, right? But I love Johnny. I love Joe. I love the group. So why not? Okay.
Appreciate you coming on though, by the way.
Dude, absolutely, brother. Anytime. I love you. Yeah, we built an incredible bond with the Ultimate Agent, and it's
for sure
from there. I answer when you call, like, I'm here to help you. And I love what you're doing. You're growing a ton. You're special. Whether you knew you were special or not, you do now. Even though you should have always known because you're very unique and impressive. And for such a freaking young age with wild hair, like, dude, why not? Okay. And a better tan than me,
it's getting crazier. Just wait.
You get to live in Arizona. Like I'm stuck in Springfield, Missouri. Okay. I don't know how that answers your question, but whatever. Okay. I have had to, here's what I have learned. I've had to, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. Dude, you know what's funny?
Drop his number in the chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, dude, drop it in there. I don't care. Give out my cell phone. I mean, everybody else has got it anyway. I had an IMO leader that gave out my cell phone in front of like a couple thousand agents on a stage one time, and I'm like, whatever. Okay. Well, then what's funny is the same person that leads an IMO, they've got like 20,000 agents right now, probably. He said, dude, the number one reason why I love working with you over everybody else is when I call, you respond. You pick up the phone. He said, most people don't. Yeah, my phone goes off nonstop, but I believe in like being active, being receptive. But one of the big things I've learned from a leadership standpoint is I've been extremely direct and transparent. I've not tried to dangle carrots in front of employees. I've not tried to tell them what they want to hear. Like I've got like all these people are jockeying for position and pay and raises and titles and all this stuff. And I'm like, I said a meeting. I had a meeting with the whole organization. And I said, hey, here's your things we have done. Here's things we have not done. And here's what we're going to do. I said, no matter what's happened in the past, no matter where this company is at now, I said, the number one thing that's going to happen because of this happening and me taking over this company is we are going to win at a higher level than we've ever won. I said, I will be the hardest working person in the building. We're going to win. and it's going to trickle down to each of you. But I'm going to be direct and honest. I'm going to tell you when we're not executing. I'm going to tell you when you're making mistakes. I'm going to tell you when we're lacking. I'm going to tell you when stuff's my fault and when I'm to blame. And I'm going to make sure that no matter what, we win and we execute on everything we do and everything we sell to the highest degree. Has that always happened in a marketing company? No. Is that going to change? Is the buck going to stop with me and improve? Yes. Right. And so like Deion Sanders going to the University of Colorado, dude, we coming, man. We coming. We coming. We coming. And I got in the marketing building and said, dude, I'm coming. Like, I'm going to freak some of you out. You're not going to love it, but like, I'm going to operate this place like a $1 billion company and like it should. Like, you know what's interesting about leadership? And now you get me really excited and going.
Let's go.
The person that does HR for Netflix, he says, stop saying we're all freaking family. He said, we're not family. He said, we are a high-performance sports team. Guess what? The quarterback starts throwing a bunch of interceptions and starts sucking. They get benched. The person in minors goes down to AAA if they're not doing well. He said, so if you don't do your job the way you're supposed to, and you don't get better, and you don't improve, and you don't make this place better, company comes first, and I'm getting rid of you. I'm replacing you, or you're getting moved down. Like, we restructured our sales team. We have 4 different levels of sales team. And if you don't produce at a certain level, you get moved back down. You lose commission and you lose the ability to sell certain products, because I believe in showing up every single day. And most insurance companies, upline agencies, et cetera, call centers, they run organizations like it's okay to lose. They run organizations like it is okay to fail. They run organizations like it's okay to lose money. Like Security Agent Marketing does this company does $6 million a year. Dude, just because I stepped in the building, it's going to 10 overnight. Guaranteed. Why? Because I'm committing to winning. I'm committed to testing and bringing new projects and ideas and to doing whatever it takes to succeed. And what's interesting is the person that was over here, one of the higher leaders in this company, I won't get too specific with names, went home to their spouse and said, all I can tell you is Cody does not fail. And he outworks everyone. And this place is going to grow. And I'm like, dang, that's pretty cool, right? Well, if you think about that, the people listening right now, right, that are getting fired up with me, what are people saying about you when they go home and talk to their spouse and their kids and their family and their friends? Are they saying, dude, that person is a winner, they do not fail, and they outwork everyone? Or do they say, they're lazy, they say they're going to do something, they don't, they lie, they're negative, they complain, they're freaking okay with mediocrity. They're okay with running two appointments a day, and they think they're going to create generational wealth by running, 5, 10 appointments a week. Like, it's not going to happen, right? Like, you know what I mean? Here's what's interesting. Yeah. Brad Lee said something on a YouTube channel recently, and he said, or when he was interviewing me, he said most people are out there are not like they're trying to succeed. And I said, you know what's different about us, Brad? I said, we're not trying. We just succeed. We don't try to win. We don't try to do well. We don't try to dominate. We dominate. We show up just like Brian Moore said, and it's his phrasing, so I can say it. And I'm not cursing. He is, dude. Every damn day. That's what it takes. And most of us, we show up on Friday and we're like, dude, I get to coast. I get to hang out. I get to slow down. No, dude, my calendar's even more packed today than it was yesterday. I've even got 20 appointments on my calendar for tomorrow between 9 and 1 on a Saturday. Why? Because I can do more, I can achieve more, and I am tired of what I feel like losing, even though I'm probably not losing. Dude, I feel like I'm losing, man.
That's good. I don't want to ask this question, but I really am super curious because obviously you're going off. I love it. I always love interviewing you. Always having you coming on here because you always do bring Friday, like fuel to Friday. But for a new agent out there, you started with one carrier. What would your advice be to a new agent? Because
here's my advice. Stop listening to boring people. Dude, there's so many people in the industry that they play speaking. They play motivation. They play building a YouTube channel. They play building a conference. They play helping people win. Dude, I don't play at that stuff, man. Like I get so fired up because I'm extremely passionate. And when we hang out together, they get freaking jacked up and they do different and their lives get better, right? I can take very little credit for Johnny, but dude, us hanging out, it hasn't hurt his business. I can guarantee you that, right?
No,
Like,
it's definitely helped. Yeah.
dude, but you were going to succeed either way, right? But I would tell new agents, stop listening to people that are not at the level you want to be at, number one. Also, stop listening to 42 people and go deep on one. Okay, can you learn from everybody? Sure. But if you love Johnny, freaking learn from Johnny. Listen to Johnny. Blow up Johnny's phone. Listen to everything Johnny puts out. Because when you listen to 42 people and I say, let's freaking win, let's go somewhere, and someone else is like, yeah, I understand. I didn't work out. And I'm like, dude, stop going to conferences and listening to people that don't even work out. Because if I said, who are the most successful people on the planet and who comes to your brain and what do they do on a daily basis? Dude, they work out. They don't sleep in. They read books, right? They write down their goals. They maybe pray. They maybe do cold showers. I don't know what they do. All I know is if they're doing a bunch of these things and we want to be successful, we want to play being successful, and we're not doing these things, then why are we listening to people that aren't doing these things? There's people that are putting on stuff and they're trying to play Cody Askins, but they're doing it and they're not doing a good job because they're not going all in and they're a freaking hypocrite and they're not actually working out. They think writing down goals is a joke. Dude, dreaming and wanting more for my life and writing it down so I believe it to my core every single day, if that's a joke, then I'll take all the jokes.
Bombs. And by the way, it's not a joke. I didn't try to fact check, but it was more like I really wanted to see what your writing down goals was, and that was one of my favorite parts in the Ultimate Agent season 1. If you guys haven't watched it, go check it out. Link is in the comments. But it was really cool because it's not shown on camera, but it was before one of the nights, the first elimination that actually happened. Cody and I were in a room upstairs on the loft there, and I was like, "Hey, what's it? What are you writing down? Are you like journaling, taking in the experience? How's that going?" And you're like, "Well, I'm preparing, but this is also the journal I write down my goals in." And I just I remember listening to your YouTube channel. I remember. Do you remember when you were here in Arizona and you saw that Post-it note that I had on my car?
Yeah.
Because I remember you said, "I'm gonna make 100,000. I'm gonna make 100,000. I'm gonna do it." And all of a sudden, I look, and I forgot that Post-it note was there. And then you're sitting in my car. I'm looking at this Post-it note that says, "I'm gonna make 100,000." It was because of you. We're sitting in the car together, driving to dinner, and it's like, geez, life could change so fast.
Cool.
So for all of you guys out there,
dude,
life could change so fast.
Oh my gosh, dude! And the more you can believe it, the more you see it, hear it, write it, say it, the more likely it is it will happen. Like it's interesting. Like this is gonna annoy some people, but whatever. I got the mic for a second. Okay. There's agents right now. If I said, "Hey, what do you want to make? What do you think you're gonna make?" They'd be like, "Dude, I really want to make 100 grand." Right? If they're not, they would just be like, "Dude, I really want to make 100 grand." Yeah, but do you really? What's interesting is you say you want to achieve something, and then 5 seconds later, you doubt the words that came out of your mouth. You're like, "Yeah, but it's going to be really hard. Yeah, but I'm not probably going to make it. Yeah, but I don't know." Dude, when you start writing, speaking, saying, hearing, reading, etc., you start believing it down to your actual core. There's so many people that say they want to achieve something, but they don't believe it down to their core. Like they just say it. It's lip service. It sounds cool. But like, dude, you will never be able to achieve anything in life until you can convince yourself first, that you believe it to your core 1000%. There's no wavering. No matter what anybody else says, it's going to happen. Until you believe it to your core, it's never going to happen. I promise you.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Cody, thank you so much for coming on here. Guys, if you're not fueled up already, well, that's for sure. Thank you guys for coming on. Cody, appreciate your time as always. Love you too, man. And I'll see you guys on the next one every single Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.